Hey everybody, it's Chance here with another episode of Pathologic 3. Sorry that this is a week late. I have not been playing Pathologic 3, quite simply. Um, we started. We didn't start day 4, but we finished. Finally. Well, I had to officially die with no amalgam because I accidentally wasted it all climbing up the polyhedron. And then, and so then I had to kill Dankovsky a few times. Um, I put him through the torture chamber, and that was in day 2. It's so funny how I've already thrown away one of my chances on fucking day 2. That's so funny. We'll see if I completely fuck myself or if I have to just replay it. I did start a replay just because. Well, I didn't. I can come back. I can come back from it. So now we're gonna get into day 4, and I'm scared because this is gonna get this is when the game's gonna get really hard. Also, FYI, another Pathologic in the summer. AC will be on because it's 80 fucking degrees out, and it's 80. It's already climbing up to 80, and it's 8 a.m. And it's only gonna get hotter. This is just how it is. Okay, something was happening here. Oh, there's a lot going on. Okay. Let's let the game load. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Thank you. Is Grief still dead, or? Alright. Oh yeah, I picked up a shovel. I don't know what that's about. A scalpel used to open the ground. Okay, Danko. Alright, so we have the vaccine. Alright, what do we have going on? Oh, there's so much going on. And I forgot he doesn't wake up till 10. Ugh. We're on day 4. Okay, what did we do for day 3? What's the update? Okay, yeah, and we tried the Yulia stuff, but I guess I did try it again. Simon was not Simon. Victor was not happy about me asking. He was like, "Don't. This is none of your concern. You've been here for 3 days, even though we like you now because you did what you were supposed to do." So now let's take a look at what the hell's going on over here. Wow. The kinds might be offended by my lack of compassion about Simon, a bit of sympathy, and we're good friends again. Because, yeah, we don't know what he did on day 1, so... Because we're not allowed to do day 1 yet, which is really interesting and kind of funny. Twin of the Immortal. The judge has arranged a meeting at his house. He wants to explain to me what Simon was like. Bad Grief is dead. Bad Grief's life is in danger. Bad Grief's believed to be Simon's murderer. I wonder what earned him such a title. I am the law. I have taken power. Now I'll decide what the town fights the epidemic. The operational headquarters will be located in the Stillwater. Me and Burak have agreed to help each other in fighting the sandpest. I could find a use for his hands. The plague has exposed the town's problems. Superstitious savages destroyed the water supply. Water is scarce, but they expect me to find a solution. The town defense against the plague is in my hands. Citizens await decrees, and my secretary awaits me with his morning report. Benevolent Lara Ravel opened her doors and people in need. Let's hope they don't all infect each other in there. Oh yeah, she's asking for water. Yep. Yesterday, young Burak and I struck a deal. I'm waiting for his assistance at the hospital. Grace says she can feel that a man's buried alive right now at the cemetery. The final preparations for the escape are complete. At the station, I'll just have time to jump into the last car. If I try to flee, I'll be caught and caged like a rat. Or is there still a way? I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important than me, and more important than a tiny step settlement. Okay. So, I'm clicking the wrong buttons. I gotta, like, relearn the controls, because I haven't played this game in quite a little bit. Alright. Well, it looks like we have all the pieces. We're still missing the queens. Who are the other 3 queens? Okay, let's see who we're missing. Beyond the board, Simon, Isidore, Shabnak, Agalia, and... Oh, but Agalia and Alexander Block might be one of the queens, actually. We got all the pieces. Advanced pawns. Well, these are non-major characters. Yeah, these are new side characters introduced, as we can see. Oh, we haven't had Anna Angel. All of, let's see, because well, he's yeah, because they've gone away with, in both Patho 2 and Patho 3. They've kind of moved away from the what was it? What was it again? I forget, but it was the your focus, yeah. So like, Utopia, Georgie, Victor, Maria, Vlad the Younger, though he wasn't officially one because of, at least in the HD Classic. Andre, Peter, Mark, and then Ava. But Ava, well. And then Vlad Olgomitsky exists outside. And then we got Termites, Khan, Capella, who are over here because they're important. Murky, Grace, Sticky, Dotkin. Oh, Anna Angel. One of these, I don't know who's who, but Anna Angel, Aspide, and Kaya Chachik. There we go. Those are the 3 we're missing over there, but that makes sense because why would? Yeah, because they're at the farther part of town, and there's next to no reason why Daniel would have run into them. Though, which is a shame because Anna Angel is so funny. They gotta give me an excuse to hang out with Anna, because she's so funny. Let's see. So let's go to do the Georgie one. That's probably where I was going to start, and then there is so much to do. It makes me nuts. Okay, we got all this infection. Okay, let's just start simple. Where am I? I want to go here. Let's talk to Georgie first. I think keeping the relationship with the Kinds good is important. Come on, video games. You can do it. Next to no one is about. Oh, this guy. Glad he's enjoying himself. And I truly mean that.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Me. Oh, lots of people.
Tell me what you want and I will tell you who you are.
Bachelor, you arrive at a most opportune moment. Would you mind helping me resolve a matter of some complexity, so to speak? Please, hear the accusation and lend your mind to the weighing of a verdict. Unless this involves blood poisoning or a broken bone. I'm not sure that's reasonable, I've no idea, to be honest. Unless it involves blood poisoning, or at the least a broken bone, I doubt I'll be of much help. I'm a physician, not a judge. You are a thinking man. It is the way you think that interests me. You seek to understand Simon, do you not? If so, it will be instructive for you to put himself in his place. Simon was particularly interested in trials where law came into conflict with justice. Very well then, I'm ready. Excellent. Then let us proceed. Look at upon this young man. By the letter of the law, his fate is in the gallows. What did he do? He killed his old man, slit his throat with a knife. And why did you do this, boy? It wasn't his real father. Neighbors say that the man picked the boy up off the street about 3 years back, took pity on the beggar, fed him, taught him carpentry. But the boy turned out wild, climbing through neighbors' windows, stealing shiny things like a damn magpie, dragging his loot home. His father tried raising him with words. The rod didn't work, and yesterday the whole thing ended with a knife to the throat. Poor bastard. What did you steal from the neighbor's boy? He won't answer. Seems he's mute, won't talk at all. You see, Bachelor, once again, you depart from the law and turn toward nuance. Think about why you were doing so. Is it compassion that guides you, or do you wish to ease your conscience? Acting strictly according to the law would be too cruel, would it not? Who cares why he stole? Theft's a crime. People gotta be judged by their deeds, not your guesses. That is true. To pass judgment, one needs to see the whole picture. What? You feel sorry for the little savage? Well, what about the man? Don't you feel sorry for him? You let this one go, and tomorrow he'll climb through another window and slit someone else's throat. It'll be you! You! Why are you so certain that he's the murderer? The whole damn street heard it. They heard the screams, the man was yelling, saying how dare he speak to him like that, then there was a crash, the whole flat turned upside down. Turned upside down, so they fought. Think, will ya? What kind of stupid questions are these? Of course they fought. And in your view, this fair youth could fight an adult man on equal terms. He's wild. Have you seen how savages fight? Think, Bachelor, but about yourself, not the case. You probe the accusation for weakness, but why? I want you to look at yourself from the outside and answer this question. What is driving you now? A thirst for justice or compassion? There can be no justice without compassion. Simon said that compassion is a double-edged sword. Compassion leads to doubt, and doubt may lead to error. I never heard compassion described as a sword. That was his gift. He could see beyond dilemmas and paradoxes, reconciling compassion with law. When faced with two resolutions, he was able to choose both. He believed that if you weigh one other's fate, you can only use the scales of your own conscience. That is true. I do believe that, yeah. Hey, hold on. You mean to let this little imp go? What kind of conscience is that, letting a crime go without punishment? The guy is guilty of theft, that much I understand, is proven. The other charges are shaky. Well, look at this. Shaky, he says. We hauled in a login full of evidence, and it's shaky to him. I don't, and you don't either. That's precisely the problem. Thank you, Bachelor. I shall take your observations into account when I render judgment upon the boy's fate. As for your own fate, you are not yet prepared to understand Simon, nor to think as he did. But I do see you are trying. Return the day after tomorrow. Another dilemma awaits. I'll be there. I promise. I made my choice. Come on. Enable free cursor, please. I would like to. Zoom. Okay, can I go to today, please? Can I go to the thing I just did? Thank you. The proceedings were unlike any court hearing I've ever witnessed. Georgie expects me again in 2 days. It seems when faced with a choice, Simon either didn't choose at all or somehow chose both opposing options. Okay, well, I need to calm this guy down. Yeah, like, it does seem like it is in my best interests to learn, like, where I can...
Boiling, cracking.
Okay, I think the music will be more useful to me.
Living.
Okay. Do I have anything to trade with the kids at all? No. Oh yeah, let's add these to the quick slots. I'm getting caught in the tree. I'm like, what's going on? Very well. Any recent fever, a vertigo, sore throat, a cough? No, nothing like that. Alright, noted. Now. Hey, where do you think I'm going? Get in line. I'm Dana Dankovsky. How's the vaccination going? Oh, Mr. Dankovsky. It's so nice to see you. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. My name is... Excuse me. And you are? Murat, a paramedic, so to say. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I don't want to keep you longer than necessary. How's it going? Great, it's going great. We're ahead of schedule. Once we vaccinated each in front of the crowd, people started pouring in. Great job, thank you. Yeah, it does look like the new mirrors and stuff will show up. Oh, what's this? Oh, no vaccination? Stop! Please think twice about this. Your health is at stake here. What are you talking about? This damn vaccine. I suggest you hold off on getting inoculated, my good man. They're injecting people with some slop that was whipped up yesterday from whatever they had at hand. That's not the way to do it. It's a miracle this vaccine even exists, you know? It'd be a miracle if you wake up after taking it. And if you do, well, our esteemed big city doctor will just whip up a new one. Any medicine is poison. Just imagine the state of your humors in a week or two. I see you're against using the vaccine. Would you like to hear against the alternative? I'm not sure I understand your insinuations, but do tell. The alternative is to burn the town to the ground. It's already burning. The plague is spreading like a fire, and this vaccine is our only chance. A dangerous medicine, but it's all we have, and it's better than nothing, don't you see? Well, that's a bit over the top. Let's not succumb to panic and alarmism, shall we? I still suggest you stop and think about what you would find more outrageous, the vaccine or your town in ashes. Ain't that the way, man. Yeah, it's because the original game, like, it was interesting because I got my Pathologic tattoo and I got it past the COVID stuff, and like anti-vax stuff's always existed. Like, don't get me wrong. That worked me up. While I'm still here, I better use this rather than the medicines. Okay. I like keeping a little bit of mania going. Yeah, sorry, calm down. Yep, you're good, man. Okay. But, okay, what do we got? What do we got? These are recipes. This could have anything in it. Okay. Sorry, I know I was like in the middle of thinking, saying things, but I forgot. Okay, let me... Is there anything else I can get? Okay, I want to get the healing. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let me just... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this day a few times. I just know it. Okay. This seems good for now. Alright, so now where do we want to go? Let's go to the hospital. I think the hospital is important. Yeah, because we can keep redoing stuff. And I do think, like, more glass and stuff shows up as the days go on. So, like, you can run out of options before then, but... Oh, yeah, there's stop the clocks. Okay, I'd prefer to go through this way, just because I don't want to go through an infected district if I don't have to. But yeah, it's like, you know, like, epidemics have existed throughout history and various things. The Spanish flu, etc., etc. The plague itself. That is something big. But yeah, but like two, I mean, 3 in particular was made throughout COVID, right? So it is in direct conversation with that stuff. I mean, again, like, all of it is in direct conversation with real things that occurred, but I do think that, I do think that this one particularly is. I gotta get 2. Oh, stuff's going on. Is that a mirror? It is. Excuse me.
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors.
Oh, hey, Clara.
People don't like people much, but hating others, that's a challenge to them too.
They told me the theater's a hospital now, with a doctor for a director. So here I am looking into your eyes. And how are you a doctor? You can tell a man's profession by his eyes. Yes, eyes give away many things. They're like keyholes. Well, actually, a good keyhole doesn't give way without a key. Your eyes give you away. They give you away. I look into them and see. Your body is here, but your mind is far away, in the capital. You're thinking of ways to leave, but you're not going anywhere. The town's hound's hold on you is strong. You haven't realized it yet, but it's true. Not bad. Maybe a little impressive, even. Any other interesting things you can tell me? You, in the capital, in a room with an investigator. You're on trial. The town has perished, and they've made you the fall. And you could have lived with that. You are guilty of not saving it after all. But after they've finished with you, they've teared apart your Thanatica. Just like that, for no reason. What's wrong? You've gone pale. How do you know what I fear? Oh, it's all in the eyes. They're holes to the soul. You know that. But I'm not reading your fears. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Do you believe me now? Then listen. You need my help at the hospital. So what can you help me with? I see you're swamped with patients here, but there are more of them than rotten apples in autumn. But my hands work miracles. They can take pain away. I could use an extra pair of hands. You're still a child, of course, but I don't have much choice here. I'll allow you to sign up as an orderly. Let's go. I'll tell my man. Orderlies are just errand runners. I'm a savior. I heal with my hands. I can pull pain out of a person the same way you pull a coin out of your pocket. The hospital would suffocate without me. Pull pain out? How do you do that? Every illness comes from the heart. The body is nothing more than a reflection of the spirit. But you need not understand that. All you have to do is believe. If you don't let me in a few days, your hospital will vanish. Ta-da! It doesn't matter if you like me or not. What matters is the people inside, don't you agree? And what are you going to do exactly? Save those you write off as doomed. I don't think it will hamper you. You can't even begin to comprehend its parts of the body I work with. It's like, I don't think Damkovsky would go through with it, but I do think it's like it's interesting because it's like this game does play off of because the original game and the other games are dealing with meta narrative in a real way. So while it does play with your expectations of like what's going on and like what changes between games and like what changes between the narratives, there's like still core things. So it's like, we know that Clara the Changeling is is considered one of the queens in our board, which means she is very important. And like me at least, and if you've experienced the original classic or watched my original classic videos, also know that Clara can perform miracles, but also she can shoot beams out of her hands that kill people really slowly. I love Classic HD. Really great game. Who knows? Maybe your presence will calm someone. Alright, come in. But don't go around calling yourself a doctor. And don't get in the way of real medicine, understood? Don't call yourself a doctor. You care more about words than what actually matters, scholar. Alright, I'll obey. And I'd say don't get in my way either, but you couldn't even if you wanted to. Words are extremely important. Ara asked for permission to work in the hospital. I agreed on my terms. Yeah, the thing is I just do think it is... Yeah, because I mean, they do end up being against each other as time goes on, but like, I've played the original game, and I'm fond of all of my main characters. I've played two. I love Artemi. I have my cat named after him. Hey.
This calls for a surgeon's precision. Step aside.
Mendy, Emerson. Turning the theater into a hospital. I don't think you could have chosen a better place, or a worse one. I used to come see plays here. I've even participated in a few myself. I visited a few places, but this was by far the most suitable for our purposes. They didn't let you into any of the others. I said something, and I don't know what I just said. Oh, I apologize. I thought we were having a contest of irrelevant meaning problems, but let's get back to business, shall we? You're here. It means we're ready to help. Yeah, I don't know what I said either. Sorry, man. I am, and I'm not just here to help, Emshen. I want to make a panacea, a medicine that'll cure the sand plague. I believe it's possible. Really? Well, if you're so bold, then you'll need a tissue sample from the affected. The more the better. No need to talk to me like I'm a child. This isn't just wishful thinking, and the infected are not something we're going to be short of, Emshen. You don't understand, Barak. We need special patients to see how the body reacts to the plague. We need people who are sick with something else too. Do you have any idea where we could find them? I think I know what you're getting at. You're interested in the termitary, aren't you? The elder Olgamitsky became suspiciously nervous yesterday when the termitary was mentioned. I've heard it's been sealed off to protect the people inside from the sand plague. Come on, Barak. You have a good nose, don't you? What does that excuse smell like? Lies. They've sealed the swarm of people inside a cramped, filthy pigsty, and I expect the termitary is a perfect petri dish right now. Ah, and you need a sample from that dish. If there's an outbreak in the Olgamitsky's plant, I need an incurrent patient from inside who can compare those infected in town. Find me one, Barak. You're a local, you must know a way to get inside. Alright, physician, it's a deal. You'll have your patient, but I have a request of my own. I'm listening. It's only a small favor. I might be in the termitary for some time, and there are children in town I'm responsible for. They need to be looked after while I'm away. I ask you, could you be their... what's the word people use? Their guardian. Fine, whatever. Babysitting it is, then. Thanks, Thanks, physician. Then it's a deal. By the way, before I forget, I have this trinket here. It belonged to my father, but I suspect you need it more than I do. I can't believe it. I just agreed to look after a bunch of children. What would my father say? Okay, so we gotta now do hospital stuff. Alright, what did I agree to? Barak agreed to bring a patient from the termitary for me. He asked for a small favor in return, to watch over the children and trusted in him. Okay, can do, can do. Is this... yeah, okay. Well, anyway, let's do my job now. Oh, Yakov Little, my assistant. Why did he show up? Where did he even come from? There isn't even a school here. I didn't ask for any assistant. I didn't ask for him to climb into the jaws of the plague with me. I never asked for this.
Whispered wishes wither when winter winds waken.
Doctor, there you are. I've been appointed your assistant through my education. In short, I'm not even a veterinarian. Just dabbling in medicine, really. I hope you don't send me away on the first day. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Yakov Little at your service. Let's see. There's a lot to do. We'll find a use for you. Thank you for trusting me. I solemnly provided you that I will learn everything. Catch it on the fly. The governor's people found me. I used to do some stitching on them when needed. If they sought you out, that means they survived your mending. That's something at least. Allow me to ask a question? Yesterday, you ordered us to look for people with test results of the sandpest, but don't have any signs and symptoms. How can that be? Incurrent disease. Another infection suppresses the plague. For a time, supposedly. What's with the dancer from yesterday? How is she feeling? Did you get any reports? I did. She died, but not from the sandpest. 2 diseases weakened her. If we treated the other one, maybe she had lived a wee bit longer. But there's good news, too. I ventured to test the whole pub for the plague this morning. Everyone's clean, so the dancer wasn't contagious then. That's what I'd hope for. That incurrent patients are not just immune, but also safe around the uninfected. We're going to make the drug from the pellet of these kinds of patients, the one the plague doesn't kill outright. Did I get that right? Our vaccine. We'll try, how do I say, to pass the resistance on to others? We won't get a universal treatment right away, but if our serum works in at least some cases, it will still be a victory. That's how it'll be, huh? We'll find patients and carry them straight to the centrifuge to make a vaccine out of them. Doesn't sound humane. No, we'll diagnose them first, or the centrifuge will spin who knows what. We'll do an interview, a physical exam, a second interview about symptoms, tests maybe, but not for the plague. That might be a quandary. The microscope you brought from the Capitol, we installed it like some monument, but we couldn't find any slides or reagents for it. We're looking for them. We'll try to do without the microscope for now. Might even be for the better while you're still learning. I thought that his neck was really hairy, but no, that's a sweater. Maybe you should pick a sweater that's not so close to your skin tone, Yavok. That is my bit of advice for you. Get some fresh advice from Dinkowski. We'll find everything. It's my first day working, so please don't be too harsh. It's bedlam over here. I've only just discouraged the orderlies from plundering the other costumes. Besides the bird ones. Alright, here. I've put together a list of diseases we might encounter in patients who resist the plague, but it's easy to show that in action. On a live specimen, so to speak. Live specimens coming up! We found 3 patients for you. Luta, a shopkeeper, Finch, a dyer, and, Wait a minute. Let me have a look around first. If the theater's any good at playing in the hospital in our play. Okay.
You don't know what you've got until it's gone.
What else do you want, Imshin? Don't hold me up if you want me to bring you a patient today. I just wanted to clarify one thing. You said you intend to make a panacea. Are you serious? Yes. Do you ever... You're using that fame to revere for a cleat... I didn't choose that word lightly. The kin hold a belief that the sand plague brings together all diseases at once. It's primordial, original disease. Before you dismiss that as just a fairy tale, keep in mind my father shared that belief, and you acknowledge his credibility. Your father survived the previous outbreak and kept the plague from perishing then. That's why his opinion carries weight with me. Amshin, we don't have time for debates. Here is your answer. Yes, I hope to find a cure for the plague, to save those who are already sick. You hope to make an effective vaccine to prevent the plague, to stop it from spreading. Have you made any progress on the cure already? You won't like it. Yesterday you told Yes, you won't like it. Yesterday you told the whole two that you think the dead gruel the Odong brew is nonsense. But I think they're looking in the right direction. Herbs and blood are needed, but not the ones they had. Which ones exactly I haven't figured out yet. But the key to salvation, the solution to the plague, it's here somewhere. I see. My thoughts about the vaccine were also based on that nightmarish concoction, although I've since left it far behind. We're both still at the beginning of our paths. We have nothing to fight over. We're not getting in each other's way. Maybe one day that day will come, but today is not that day. You're right, and I'll be glad if you succeed, if you really do find a way to secure the sick.
More blunt. Not so sharp.
Is this it? Yersinia pestis?
Oh, your glasses are broken, man. So, doctor, have you had a proper look around? Is everything to your liking? Is it all set up properly? It'll do. You can't do better in a day anyway. We did our best. Didn't sleep all night. Please tell us if something's not right. Where are the patients I'm supposed to examine personally? Don't tell me they're up there on the stage. What a place they found for them. Where else would they be? It's for clarity, to separate them from the patients you wouldn't dare distract you with. Besides, the theater seems to dictate its own rules, even now that it's a hospital. The moment you walk in, your eyes are drawn to the stage. That's where the most interesting things happen. There's something to it. A bachelor from the capital performing a show called Diagnostics in a provincial theater. Well then, shall we get to work? We followed your instructions, looked for those who lasted more than 5 to 8 hours of the plague. We found 2, Luda the shopkeeper and Filat, the guard from the termitary, and the third one, Finch, came to us on his own. Filat, you say, guards the very dormitory for the Burbo Enterprise workers that Big Vlad quarantined. That's right. Must have caught it in there while he was on watch. You wouldn't get much in the way of complaints from Filat. Probably best to leave his case for last. It's not too bold of me to give an advice to a luminary like you. What about this shopkeeper? Relocated from an infected district. She says she feels fine, just had a fever. I'll ask if you would allow it to start with her. She's been waiting the longest. It's awkward. Who's the volunteer, Finch? Just an ordinary worker. Already written himself off. When he came to turn himself into the hospital, he asked for something for his head. Said it was aching. Very well, let's begin. Who did you ask me to start with? Luda? Alright, have it your way. Vaccination decree. If you correctly diagnose all patients on a given day, you'll receive a vaccination decree. If you make diagnose even one patient, you won't receive a vaccination decree. You'll need to restart the day to fix your mistake. Sorry, I'm just looking around. Not like I have the time to waste, but hey. I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Why did they bring you here then? I had a fever for no reason, that's why. But it stopped already. But I'm better now. I had no scratchies on my skin, no yellowing, no sandpatch scratchies, no dry to the mouth. What circumstances preceded this fever? Our house was cleared after the patient came. People were sent wherever there was space. Some were lucky. Oh, her eyes look red. And ended up in the living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. A boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Of course. The air was so stuffy in there, I tell you. But there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Convincing, but I'll need to examine you. Please undress there behind the screen. Alright, let's take a look. If I could. Enter inspection mode. One of these days. Very pale screen. Very loose. No, not much time in the sun. Her pulse seems normal. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something. Maybe it's a symptom. I should ask where the bruise came from. I don't see anything here. So she had a fever. Let me see. So she had a fever. Let me just... Harmful habit, smoker, clinical picture, fever. Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen at a morgue. I told you everything last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Want me to call my assistant in? I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment.
She's a predator. Devours everything she sees, then spits out bones.
You call, doctor. I'm here and ready to heed. So, Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be good health despite having a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Oh, okay, nice. Of course. Disgusting. Just trusting people is no way to live. Well, if she had a fever, there must be a reason for it. We have to find out. Remember this. A patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That is why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms, about what comes up during the exam, about the patient's circumstances in daily life. I think I get it in theory. God knows how it plays on in practice. I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my leisure, look up fever, and tell me how many conditions it's listed as a symptom of. Influenza, burning fever, consumption, measles, malaria. I can't even read the one after that. An absolute tongue twister. Sheesh, there's so many of them. 9 diagnoses filled the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means you'll have to find others to narrow down the search, and then do it again and again until you're left with just one verdict. This, Little, is known as differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. Differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to our problem. Can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in a boiler room and all. But I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So pallor isn't typical for you. We're marking that as a symptom. Little, add pallor to the fever for the record. What do we get? Okay, where is... Where is Poller? Dankovsky, I can't find it. Okay. Let's look, see. I do think her eyes are red. They look red to me. Pallor. Oh, severe pallor. A mere 2 conditions. Down from 9. It's like magic. A single symptom. Pallor. Eliminated 7 out of our 9 candidates. We're left with a choice of 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean the bruise over here, next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or was there someone who batters you? Don't worry. There's nothing to be embarrassed about when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's new to me. I've never seen it before. I can't remember anything of what you're talking about. Certainly wasn't beaten up. I must have bumped into something and forgot about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the... Probably circulatory system. Okay, and again, I think she has red eyes. Okay, yep, I'm right. I'm always right about everything. Never. An infectious disease caused by microorganisms from the steppe soil entering the bloodstreams. Cases of airborne transmission are also reported will require a confirmation. The infection leads to anemia, which can manifest as patient pallor, muscle weakness, and weight loss. Additionally, patients may experience localized bleeding and hematomas. Acute cases display burst capillaries in the eyes and a high fever. Yeah, her eyes look red. Dankovsky, I'm seeing this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. Are you with us, Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides more detailed description of the illness. In a situation like this, what causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give... Got it. When in doubt, read the condition in detail. Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against a list with the schoolboy's diligence. You'll have to bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you garden? Do you grow anything? Anything, from roses to cucumbers. Cucumbers? Roses? I'm not following you at all, Doctor. No, I've never digged or shoveled earth or anything like that. There, earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right, it does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living in, but these times I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, Doctor, about the earthen floor? Okay, yep, I am right. I'm always right about everything. Earth. There was something about earth in the manual. Wish I can remember where. It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulations, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when the blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, in this case, an illness, and the infection can be contracted with contact from the earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Dr. Dankovsky. We're lucky to have a simple and clear case on our hands. I can foresee it's going to get worse from here. Bravo to you anyway. You are a true master of medicine. So the patient has a sandpest alongside. What's the other diagnosis? I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, then you can read my verdict. What happens to me, doctor? Am I free to go now? What happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for the vaccine. There's hope that everyone could benefit from this. Time to make a diagnosis. Okay, I mean, it's anemic vascular. Alright, now. Anything fun in here? No, okay. Grim, even resolute, keeps reaching over his test. Pain, itching. Are you gonna burn me? Even if you were gonna be burned. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. Where did you get that idea? Well, it's not exactly a secret. The whole thing is like putting out a wildfire. If someone's house is under suspicion, it's torched. If someone sneezes, the entire town's secret district is sealed off. Sick and healthy folks alike. Then those who have the sandpest are marched off and burned. That's not true. What were your ailments before the epidemic broke out? I didn't have anything. Constitution of an ox. Really? Nothing. A cold, maybe? Weak spells, fainting, rashes, or altered vision, or the occasional itch? Mr. Tiny here told me it could be useful to you. Before I die, that is. Said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. Well, go ahead, find it. What do you need? Do you want to draw some blood from me? All right, then. Where did they bring you from? I walked here from home. Caught it from my neighbors, as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbor's screams stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning, and they were all dead. Me, though, I was alive and walking. And now I'm here. Why did you need to know that, doctor? Okay, as soon as the skin, so let's see. Drinks in moderation. Okay. It might come in useful. What's your vocation? I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, next it's blue, then yellow. Could that be why this fever of yours doesn't do anything to me? Toxic pigments. It's a possibility. Okay, I do want to look at his chest. His pulse is high. Peeling skinny medicines, unlikely to be stone disease, most likely eczema. Yeah, these are just common symptoms. Anything on his back? I don't see anything. Arms. There seems to be some macros beans. Yeah, that could be due to dehydration. That's what I'm talking about. Your second diagnosis will show how your body is fighting the sandpest. Well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I only had 1? But you know best, doctor. What do you want? Question me, right? Question all you want. You complained that your skin on your chest was peeling. That was here, right? On the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turned tasty when you're plagued, right? Eczema, that much is obvious. That symptom can indicate 1 or 2 diseases, now to tell them apart. Okay, let me go back. Let me get rid of rapid pulse, because he could just be anxious. Okay, he does have rapid pulse. He does have a rapid pulse, which would put him in burning fever mode. Highly contagious disease caused by the well, the eczema on the things looks right. Initially, it presents with a headache, fever, and abdominal pain. Later, also is eczema, itchy hepatitic matches over, the psychosis, behavioral outcomes. Densely living working population. Liver necrosis caused by viral infection. Who abuse alcohol. He drinks in moderation, though, but there's no yellowing of his skin or dystrophy. Weight loss, nausea, and diarrhea. Sometimes skin itching and eczema occur. The itcher's phase is caused by jaundice, with previous symptoms. He does inhale. He does have a rapid pulse, but that could just be anxiety. Give me your hand, please. I'll take your pulse. I believe I've noticed your heart is behaving erratically. It's too fast! Began running too fast not long ago, Doctor. I can hear it myself, thrashing like it caught in some snare. It's your fast indeed. Your pulse and the eczema together give a clear picture, yes. Finally! Okay. So it is, okay. Nope. This initial one is gonna be easy. They're making this easy on me. But... And that's the story of my life. And time's up to the present moment. But why do you want all these details from me? I have half hour's worth of talking, and it was besides the point. He does, yeah, his face does look... It's hard to tell for certain because people are starving and dehydrated as well. I thought you'd be interested to know why the sand pest can't get me. Because I certainly find that fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning. But only if I can correctly identify your other illness. You sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Right. Alright, let me ask you this. Then, what time of day do you feel is worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy, my knees worked out. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. Weakness. Alcoholic suspected. Clinical picture weakness. Okay, let's just put weakness on there. Where is it? He used to have chickenpox. Let's take a look at these diagnoses. Ah, this always happens to me. Nope, I know. Okay, thank you. Can I? Ugh. Let's see. Yersinia pestis, direct contaria, drinking from a dirty cup, smoking a pipe, rinsing eyes with contaminated water. Well, it starts with fever, muscle weaks, and burning sensation. Living in crowded conditions. Bonokowski, epidemics of the disease only occur by cancer by tropical inhabitants, those in hot and humid environments. That's probably not it. He has redness around the cheeks, but not the nose. His eyes don't look red. Have you been fatigued like this for a long time? I don't take great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on it as is, but I do have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Alright, Olgamitsky corked the termitary shut, and you've been guarding it for 6 days, since Tuesday. This is the third time you're asking me. Why are you distrust me so? Are you quite sure that everyone inside is healthy? There's no way the disease could sneak in. They said something. There's something that was said that I accidentally clicked too fast, so I have no idea. There's shouting, lots of clamor, and a nasty sign of clamor, too. It's like you expect. They're not having a great time, and they're stuck like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, not enough drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls if it were up to me. They're so disgruntled. One does wonder why they would be. You can't lock up a living creature against its will. It's how you turn people into proper beasts, but try so much as hinting that to our Olgamitsky yes-men. They're dragged drunk on power. It used to be all the worry working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. You do need a job, you know? This robe, down to your undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. And since you're so preoccupied with my work and security, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too handy-handed. The lockdown of yours is making people seethe. And a cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. I would certainly take note of this pertinent critique if I had any other options. Okay, let's just take a... Oh, there's vein damage. There's vein damage. Oh, Twyron syndrome, huh? He doesn't have red eyes. Muscle weakness, sweating, depressed mental state, migraines, dizziness, often accompanied by gastrointestinal symptoms. Hallucinations, photophobia, seizures mainly manifest. I mean, the thing is like, depression isn't that weird because of course he's depressed. Like, of course everyone here is depressed. Like, you know? The veins are definitely damaged. The question is how long ago. Oh, that's something. If I could click the red button. Strange redness. Bashes, bites, something else. There are red spots on his face, too. Like, he's definitely dehydrated, but not like... His pulse seems normal. Work, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to forget about your work from now. You must remain at the hospital. I used to guard locked up people, and now I'm locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? That's the kind of joke life plays. There's nothing to debate here. You can't stop a plague outbreak without putting strict measures in place. Oh, I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood or maybe a pill? The weakness you reported accompanies too many different ailments. I must have clarity on the rest of your symptoms. I've told you my entire life story, Doctor, and yet you still want more. Ask away, then. The veins in your legs don't look healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? My legs, they're like that all the time. I spend standing up. It's my job as a security guard. 16 hours of standing every day. Olgamitsky won't stare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way, bad for discipline. Working as a guard can easily cause mundane varicose veins, but on the other hand, at least 3 promising diagnoses on the vaccine front can manifest in vein issues. You're quite lost in thought, Doctor. Am I really that complicated? I can't wrap my head around little B being the center of this brouhaha. There is a symptom but it mostly affects drunk. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis, and in what quantities? A quantity best described as God forbid. In my line of work, you must be alert, so my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary. I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Your moral fiber is of no concern of mine. To drink or not to drink is a personal choice. Mine is purely medical interest, and I do drugs all the time. I'm telling you, it's not regular. I don't have the habit, period. Can you recollect any other ailments besides what you've already mentioned? Just the fatigue? I don't have time for ailments, do I, doctor? Between one whole day of work and the next, I'm lucky if I get enough sleep. I have time to throw lunch together, and on top of that, lately you've what? Nothing, doctor. I'm losing my train of thought here. Not used to chattering away for a whole hour, like you and I have been doing. I urge you, do not be residents. Tell me all of it. Any out-of-the-ordinary detail about your life, however trivial it may turn out to be important. I really like to dig, don't you? Like a tick. I don't have any out-of-the-ordinary details for you. They're all in the ordinary. It's tough, right? Because if it's just... That is if the vein damage... His eyes aren't red, but he does have vein damage. A regular... He doesn't really have a rash in that same way. In later stages, blood vessels darken. So that's toward the end. I mean, it's probably Twyron syndrome. I might be comfortable in saying it's Tyrant syndrome. He says he hasn't drinking recently, but let's see. Darkened eye capillaries, yellowing of the skin, skin redness. He does have skin redness. Now, if I get rid of vein damage, let's just pretend it's not that. He has a normal pulse, so it's not that. He doesn't have red eyes. It's probably Twyron syndrome. The cat's on the squeak toy. I can hear it. I feel comfortable locking us in. All right. Okay, come on. Oh, I hate it when it does this. Okay, can I be free? Can I be free, please? I would like to look at these. Fuck. Sorry, like some of these, at least it's in this menu, and in this menu it's okay if I waste time, but it is... There we go, thank you. Okay. It's already 1600. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Let's go check out the kids at least. Oh, I have not gotten anything done today. I have not gotten a fucking single thing done today. Okay. Yeah, I should check on those kids. But I think I'm actually going to do that next time. I think that's it for the first episode. Or not the first episode. What am I talking about? For this episode. We'll continue at it next time with more Pathologic 3. Despite me moaning about how I got nothing done, I did get a few things done. Just turns out that everything takes longer than expected. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.